Look around you. What do you see? Take a moment to truly observe your surroundings. A world of separate objects, each distinct and independent. You see buildings, trees, people, and countless other things, all seemingly isolated from one another. You may see yourself as separate too, an individual navigating this world. You walk through life, feeling like a solitary entity, making your own decisions, and facing your own challenges. But this perception of separation is an illusion. The boundaries we perceive are not as solid as they seem. They are more like mirages, tricks of the mind. We are conditioned to see duality, self and other, light and dark, good and bad. This dualistic thinking shapes our reality, making us believe in the inherent separation of all things. We label, categorize and divide, creating artificial boundaries in the seamless fabric of existence. These labels and categories help us make sense of the world, but they also limit our understanding. But these distinctions are not fundamental truths. They are merely convenient constructs, tools for navigating our daily lives. The reality is far more interconnected and fluid. They are constructs of the mind. Our thoughts and perceptions shape the way we see the world, but they do not define the true nature of reality. The illusion of separation is the root of suffering. When we see ourselves as separate, we feel isolated and disconnected. This sense of isolation breeds fear, anxiety, and pain. It is the source of fear, conflict, and loneliness. When we believe in our separateness, we create barriers between ourselves and others, leading to misunderstandings and strife. When we cling to the belief in our separateness, we cut ourselves off from the truth of our being. The truth is that we are all interconnected, part of a greater whole. By recognizing this interconnectedness, we can begin to heal the divisions within ourselves and in the world around us. Beneath the surface of our perceived reality lies a deeper truth, a hidden dimension that often goes unnoticed in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. This deeper truth is not something that can be easily seen or touched, but it is always there, waiting to be discovered. A realm of unity and interconnectedness. In this realm, everything is connected in a vast web of existence where each part is intrinsically linked to the whole. The neurons in our brain, the stars in the sky, all reflect this profound interconnectedness. Here, the boundaries we have erected dissolve, and the illusion of separation fades away. The misty landscapes and blending light trails symbolize the merging of what we once thought were distinct entities. In this space, we begin to see the world not as a collection of separate objects, but as a unified field of being. This is the realm of the singular self. The solitary figure in meditation represents the journey inward, where we discover that the true self is not fragmented but whole. In this vast open space, we find a calm and serene presence that is always within us. The singular self is not something we attain, it is what we already are. Just as the drop of water is already part of the pond, we are already part of this greater whole. The reflection in the eye reminds us that this truth is always within our sight, if only we choose to see it. It is the ground of our being, the ever-present awareness that precedes all thought and experience. This subtle light within the darkness symbolizes the consciousness that is always present, even when we are not aware of it. It is the foundation upon which all our experiences are built. To access this deeper reality, we must move beyond the limitations of our dualistic thinking. The dissolving maze represents the breaking down of the mental constructs that keep us trapped in a limited view of reality. When duality merges into one, we begin to see the world in a new light. We must recognize that the distinctions we perceive are not absolute truths, but relative perspectives. The fading yin-yang symbol and merging paths illustrate that what we often see as opposites are actually complementary parts of a greater whole. By understanding this, we can navigate the mystical forest of life with greater clarity. Just as a wave rises and falls within the ocean, all things arise and dissolve within the singular self. The wave's motion reminds us that life is a continuous flow, where beginnings and endings are just part of a larger cycle. In this understanding, we find peace and unity within the ever-changing dance of existence. Imagine a single, radiant light. Now imagine that this light shines through a prism, splitting into a spectrum of colors. The colors appear distinct, but they are all emanations of the same source. Similarly, the multiplicity of forms we perceive in the world are all expressions of the singular self. We are like individual waves, each unique in form yet inseparable from the ocean of consciousness. To realize the singular self is to awaken to the interconnectedness of all things. It is to recognize that we are not separate fragments but integral parts of a unified whole. The illusion of separation is further reinforced by our perception of time and space. We experience ourselves as moving through time, from past to present to future. We perceive ourselves as located in space, separate from other objects. But time and space, like all other dualities, are ultimately constructs of the mind. They are tools that help us navigate the physical world, but they are not inherent qualities of reality itself. The singular self exists beyond the constraints of time and space. It is the eternal now, the timeless moment in which all things exist simultaneously. The present moment is the only moment that truly exists. It is the point of convergence where all of our experiences, thoughts, and emotions come together. In this fleeting instant we find the essence of life itself, unburdened by the weight of the past or the uncertainty of the future. The past is gone, the future has yet to arrive. Memories of what has been and dreams of what might be are but shadows that dance on the walls of our mind. They are intangible, elusive, and often misleading. The past is a collection of moments that have already slipped through our fingers, and the future is a realm of infinite possibilities that have yet to take shape. Only in the now can we experience the fullness of reality. It is in this very moment that we can truly see, hear, feel, and understand the world around us. The present is a canvas upon which the colors of life are painted, vibrant and alive. When we immerse ourselves in the now, we open ourselves to the richness and depth of existence. When we are lost in thoughts of the past or future, we are disconnected from the present moment and from the truth of our being. Our minds become entangled in a web of regrets, anxieties, and expectations, pulling us away from the here and now. This disconnection creates a sense of fragmentation, as if we are scattered pieces of a puzzle that can never be fully assembled. We become entangled in the illusion of separation. This illusion makes us feel isolated and alone, as if we are adrift in a vast ocean without a compass. It is a maze with no exit, a fog that obscures our vision, a broken mirror that distorts our reflection. Yet, this sense of separation is but a veil that can be lifted. In the stillness of the present moment, we find our true nature. It is in this quiet space that we can reconnect with the core of our being, the essence that lies beneath the surface of our thoughts and emotions. The stillness is like a calm lake at sunrise, reflecting the beauty and serenity of our inner world. To access the singular self, we must anchor ourselves in the present moment. Just as tree roots dig deep into the earth to find stability and nourishment, we too must ground ourselves in the now to find our true strength and clarity. This anchoring allows us to remain centered and balanced, no matter the storms that may rage around us. We must become fully present to whatever is arising in our experience, without judgment or resistance. By embracing the present moment with open hearts and minds, we allow ourselves to flow with the river of life, to move with the rhythm of the ocean waves. In this state of presence, we find peace, wisdom, and a profound connection to all that is. Dissolving the illusion. As we cultivate presence, the illusion of separation begins to dissolve. We start to see through the artificial boundaries that divide us from others and from the world around us. We recognize that the other is not separate from ourselves, but a reflection of our own being. We are all interconnected, part of the same seamless web of life. Each of us is a dewdrop, reflecting the beauty of the whole. The dissolution of the illusion of separation is a gradual process, but with consistent practice, we can awaken to the truth of our unity. The power of presence. The key to realizing the singular self is presence. When we are fully present, we are no longer lost in the illusions of the mind. We are able to see reality with clarity and to experience the interconnectedness of all things. Presence is a state of heightened awareness, a state of being fully alive in the present moment. It is a state of peace, joy, and love. In the radiant light of awareness, all illusions dissolve. When we are present, we are free from the suffering caused by the illusion of separation. Embracing oneness. The realization of the singular self is not a solitary experience. It is an invitation to embrace the oneness of all beings. It is a call to compassion, love, and understanding. When we recognize our interconnectedness, we naturally extend kindness and compassion to all beings. We see ourselves in others and treat them with the same respect and dignity that we would offer ourselves. We are all interconnected, bound by the threads of love and compassion. The embrace of oneness leads to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. The ultimate truth, I am. The journey to the singular self is a journey inward. It is a journey of self-discovery, of stripping away the layers of illusion to reveal the truth of our being. And what is the ultimate truth? It is the simple yet profound realization, I am. I am. This is the ultimate truth, the essence of our being. These two words, I am, point to the ever-present awareness that is the ground of our being. It is the singular self, the source of all that is. It is the ultimate truth that sets us free.